Hi guys, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Vicky. Basically, we are in a very weird situation right now. I've had a lot of messages on my Instagram, I'll leave a link to it, questions asking how I'm coping with the strange situation of social distancing and lockdown, all of the corona things going on at the moment. So I have made this video. It's sort of like a day in my life of self-isolation, and I just wanted to sort of bring some normality back into the world. I struggle with my mental health quite a lot, and sort of anxiety has really been prominent recently, and I haven't struggled with it for quite a while, but since all this stuff started, I've seen a build-up of anxious thoughts recently. So my way of coping with it is to cook and be out in the world, which obviously we can't really do at the moment. I hope that you enjoy this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also in the comments below just let me know what you're doing to cope with the corona situation and how you're dealing with social distancing, and if you have any tips or hacks or maybe morning routines, that would be great to know as well. So let's go on with the video. Okay, tip, always add sea salt to your oats. This is so important. Without it, the flavour is just all wrong. And when your oats begin to go creamy, add half of the chopped banana, mix it in, and just let it simmer down for a few minutes until the banana goes soft and releases all of its sweetness into the oats. And right at the end, I'm just going to add a little teaspoon of maca powder, which I bought at my local zero waste store in a upcycled olive jar. everyone, so I am just on my way into the city centre. It's raining and the weather is really not great. I did a little bit of yoga this morning, but I really felt like I wanted to move. I need some fresh air, so I'm just going to pop into the farmers market, buy some fresh produce. I am not going to bulk buy. It's so important that in times like this we're really respectful of everyone, and so I'm just going to buy what I need. I also don't want to waste products, so that's the plan. I am then going to pop into my zero waste store to buy some pantry products that I am missing, but like I said again, I am not bulk buying anything. Hi. Yes, I did.
And it was plain rye?
Plain rye, and what are these ones?
So that's a large wholemeal and that's a small white.
Can I go for the large wholemeal as well, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Now. That's nice.
We've got them just about time.
Yeah.
Inside, and you know they grow together in the fruit. Put them together, put the two backs together, they'd be round. So that would be inside of a fruit.
Yeah.
And the fruit would be the size of a cherry, and we call it a coffee cherry. It's not a member of the cherry family, but that's what we call it. We call it a coffee cherry, and that's how they grow. So to get it to this point here, obviously you've got to get rid of all the stuff on the outside. All green coffee around the world is even specialty coffee and even commodity low-grade coffee is all looks like this, all looks very similar. So this thing's got a drum that goes around about 50 RPM. So those volatile aromatics, the stuff that smells, they're developed from the process of roasting.
Right, and how long do you roast it for? Does it take a long time?
So there's a roast curve.
Right.
So that one was 8 minutes and 18 seconds. So it's quite short.
Is it quite high temperature?
Yeah, so there's the temperature, 204 degrees.
Interesting. And how do you know it's ready? How do you, like, depends on the roast you want?
Looking at it, smelling it, and basically there's a point at which the physical structure, there's a point at which you've given it enough energy, the physical structure changes. So it goes from this, then you drive off the 10-12% moisture, so then it starts to actually change colour. So the pigments start to change colour. Yeah. So it starts to turn brown. So the sugars start to develop.
Yeah.
Basically, they start to turn brown.
Okay, so I'm back home for some lunch. I've got some avocado toast slathered in chili oil from Red Panda, which is my favourite thing ever. And then I've got some mixed leaves with some smoked tofu, sprouted beans, and a mustard and maple dressing. Yum! Alright, let's dig into this bad boy. It's honestly so good. like I'm a genius, but I'm not. It's simple ingredients, and together I do think it is just the dressing, realistically. And it's so simple, a few ingredients that you will definitely have in your fridge or in your cupboard. And you can definitely sub some of the ingredients for different ingredients if you're missing things. So I will leave the link to the recipe in the comments below. It's just plants. Whilst I was out, I also picked up some bread and baked goods from my favourite bakery in Exeter. I also got a hot cross bun from them. So this is from St Sidwell. So they are a local community centre, and they run a cafe and also a bakehouse. They make the best sourdough bread and also treats like this. If you live in Exeter or the area, they're definitely worth checking out. They're always at Exeter Farmers Market every Thursday, or you can just pop in straight to the cafe. It's just so good. This Crankhouse coffee is the tastiest coffee you will ever try. I really enjoy coffee, but I don't work with caffeine very well at all actually, and it makes me really jittery. I love a good decaf coffee, which is quite difficult to find. I find that they often taste really washed, but this is next level good. I got some of the best bread from St Sidwell's. Look at this rye sourdough. Gorgeous. I am just having a piece with some peanut butter, and honestly it is so delicious. Yes, support your locals and buy without plastic, guys. It's so worth it. Share some of my favourite skincare with you guys. When I find I'm quite stressed or I'm struggling with things, I think it's really important to look after yourself well, and I do that through food. I make sure I have a balanced plate all the time, but also I like looking after my skin, and a skincare routine is something that is ingrained in me. I'm just going to share some of my favourite bits that I've been using. I've made a big switch to more natural products. I've also found that with that my skin has really improved, which is really great. So yeah, here are my favourite skincare brands and products.